All right, welcome to Drunk Theory. I'm Kara.
I'm right.
I'm Kelly.
And we are talking about fucking animals today.
We are not talking about fucking animals. We are talking about...
I might be talking about fucking animals.
Awesome.
Yeah, you
like, there was no comma, there was no pause. We're talking
about animals today. Just like whatever the hell is weird about animals, we're about to be talking about it. So we are recording not together, we're via Zoom. So but Kelly had still prepared a drink. Kelly, what is the drink that you had prepared?
So I have prepared a snake bite shot, which for 2 shots, you need 2 ounces of whiskey. I'm using the Jim Beam Devil's Cut, but whatever you like. 1/2 ounce lime juice and about 10 drops of hot sauce. You're going to mix all that shit together in a shaker with ice and then strain it into your shot glass. And there is your snake bite shot. And I'll be posting a TikTok video for this shortly. I haven't yet, but I will. In addition to the drink, I actually have to do a shout out thing because I had a birthday and I did a contest thing. And so it was make me laugh with your funniest, your old as hell meme. And Nuzzle House, who is a friend of the show, posted what I believe to be the dad from Growing Pains, saying me so sleepy, which made me spit out my beer. So I will share that.
That Tom Skerritt? Is that Growing Pains' dad, or am I wrong?
I'm trying to in my mind remember who the Growing Pains' dad is.
I can't remember.
No, it's like what the fuck is his name? Pop star's dad. It's
Oh, it's the the guy that does the fucking weirdo song, and then everybody was all about it.
Oh.
You know.
Right. He does that song, and like the whole video, they're just dancing in front of like a white background.
You can call me
tainted Miley Cyrus on the video.
Little Nas X. I don't know.
About to kill you. Wait, it's like Rob something.
Rob Zombie.
Oh.
Hold up.
Yeah, Rob Zombie's dad. What's the dad?
Rob Zombie's dad said, "Me so sleepy."
He's so sleepy in his Dracula.
God damn it! I'm about to lose my mind. I know
Alan Thicke. Alan Thicke, and the son is Robin Thicke.
Alan Thicke is the dad, or Robin Thicke is the dad?
Alan Thicke is the dad. Robin Thicke is the son, who is the pop star.
Okay, hold on. Let me
who violated Miley Cyrus.
Blurred Line.
I know.
Y'all know I love that fucking song so much.
Don't say it too loud.
I don't give a shit. Who knows? I love terrible music. I think everybody who's a fan of this show knows that I love.
No, they canceled.
But anyway. Shout out Nuzzle House for making me laugh on my 42nd birthday.
Nuzzle House, thank you for also reminding me now that my sister is in her 40s.
I've been in my 40s for a while.
40 doesn't matter. 40 is just like,
Well, but I was 41 before I was 42.
I didn't realize that until I was about to be in my 40s. So it's coming up. I'll be 41. And then now both of us are in our 40s.
We are.
Weird.
I am also here and in my 40s, so fuck both them for ignoring me. I also had a birthday in the past few months.
There's age better than girls, though, but he did. Ryan is now in his 40s. Holy shit, I'm dating an older man.
Yep.
Well, I'm dating a younger man. My man is in his 30s.
Dating. The fuck out of here. Well, I mean, we still go on dates. We went on a date the other night, but what the fuck?
We went to Dave & Buster's the other day. Do y'all know what they have there? They have Giant Flappy Bird there, and it is my favorite fucking thing.
What's Giant Flappy Bird?
Do you know what regular Flappy Bird is?
No.
Okay, well, Flappy Bird is that game where you can download it on your phone. and it's just like a bird, and you have to tap, tap, tap to keep him, up in the air. But then he has to go between the like the pipes from Super Mario. How they didn't get sued, I don't know.
That's why they had to stop
whatever.
making the game. They had to cancel it completely. It was a
So
whole
yeah,
thing.
Flappy Bird turned into a whole thing. They took it completely off of the
App Store.
People were selling their phones for like $3,000 because it had Flappy Bird on it.
I didn't know anything about this. That is how not in tune with tech
phone that had Flappy Bird on it. And I was like, I could sell my phone for $3,000 for right now, or I could keep it and continue to play Flappy Bird. And I kept it and continued to play Flappy Bird.
That's hilarious.
So
no, I've never even heard of Flappy
Bird. Where you stand in front of this big ass fucking thing, and there's this big knob, and the knob is what you hit to flap or whatever. It's fucking great. It's my favorite.
I've never even been to Dave and Buster's. I would like to go, but I
have
not.
never been to Dave and Buster's.
No.
How have you never been to Dave and Buster's?
Because nobody has ever said, "Hey, Kelly, let's go to Dave and Buster's," and I'm not going to like drive out somewhere.
Well, let's
by
schedule
myself.
a double date. May, Ryan, you and Matt, and we're going to Dave and Buster's.
All right.
And we're gonna play Flappy Bird. They also have Giant Fruit Ninja, which is fucking fun as shit. They have Giant Subway Surfers, fun as fuck.
I don't know what any of those words mean. But I will play all of the games if y'all will just take me. I never get invited to shit.
You can turn in your tickets or whatever. You get oh, so Ryan, we played, and Ryan ended up with this Tiny Frankenstein. Check out how tiny
Frankenstein.
Tiny Frankenstein. Check him out. He's cool as fuck. We played games all night long, and now Ryan has Tiny Frankenstein.
I want a Tiny Frankenstein.
Be jealous. You could have one. You went to Dave and Buster's.
I'm gonna remember that.
All right. So tonight we're talking about animals. Who wants to go first?
I think you should go first.
You think I should go first?
You're the drunkest.
Do y'all remember what my topic was? Okay.
I do, and that's why I think you should go first.
All right. So I was against, I don't know shit about. First, I said I was going to do the liger because I thought that it wasn't real. I was just thinking of Napoleon Dynamite, and I was like, he talks about the liger. But then I found out that the liger is a real thing. I was like, well, that's not funny anymore, whatever.
You didn't know ligers were real?
No, I didn't. I thought that was the whole thing.
One, they're like 10 feet fucking tall, and they stand up, and they get like 600 pounds. They are ridiculous.
Dude, I thought it was something that made up for Napoleon Dynamite. That's why I wanted to talk about it. But so then y'all told me that was a real thing, and I was like, no, that's cool. But I don't.
Pretty much my favorite animal.
I don't want
bred for his skills in magic.
Tina, you fat lord.
Come get dinner.
All right, whatever.
I like your sleeves. They're real big.
So the best that I could come up with is, like if you eat a lot of meat, you fucking fart a lot.
Animal
right?
meat.
Well,
Probably.
I mean, who eats non-edible meat?
I said animal meat.
If you eat what other kind of meat is there?
Like beyond meat.
About Jeffrey
What
Dahmer.
are you even talking
I mean, there's
about?
human meat.
I don't know if human meat makes you fart. Let's ask Jeffrey Dahmer. Except for he's dead.
I figure we'd specify
Never mind.
animal meat. Yeah.
If you eat animal meat, you get the farts.
Maybe that's why.
Gives you the farts.
Maybe that's why his apartment stinks so bad. Because he farted all the time.
God damn it, get out of here. I'm trying to do my segment on this show. So I decided to go with a man called Roland the Farter. Because, I guess he ate a lot of meat. He ate a lot of animals, y'all. So here you go. So Roland the Farter was a medieval flatulist. And that goes in these quotes because that's his title. He's a flatulist. Right?
So he got paid to fart?
hold on. Yes, he fucking did. This is in 12th century England. He was actually given Hemmingstone Manor, which y'all can look up that on its own, but it's like a whole fucking thing. It's in Suffolk. And also 30 acres of land in return for his services as a jester for King Henry II. Every year, Roland the Farter had to perform one jump and whistle, and it says that together. So I guess he has to jump in the air whilst whistling. I don't know how that works. But
farts while it whistles.
no, hold on. No, the fart is separate. Just hold on. You're fucking up my whole
No,
thing.
I'm not fucking. He can fart and do a whistling thing.
No,
That's even
one
better.
jump and whistle
That's even better.
and one fart at the king's court for Christmas. So his whole job is this one time we have this big fucking party on Christmas. I need you to jump, I need you to whistle, I need you to fart. And in exchange for that, I'm going to give you this huge ass castle and 30 acres of fucking land. Right?
And he only has to do it once a year?
Once a year. That's it. That was his contract. Once a fucking year. That's all he has to do. So
I feel like you're missing a large part of this.
I'm not.
Are you sure?
There may be more, but there's nothing out there that we know about. I'm sure there's more. Like,
I thought they wrote like poems about how good he was at farting. Or
I mean,
am I
there are
wrong?
ones.
Am I crazy?
Y'all know that I be doing the Wikipedia. So the Wikipedia says this is what
I need you to deep dive into a weird blog that looks like it's from a GeoCities Angel Fire website
No,
from
I had
1998.
I had an Angel Fire.
Everybody that's cool had one.
But I can't deep
I
dive
don't know what the fuck
right
that
now.
means.
I did actually.
Exactly.
Even
What
though
did I
I hate the fucking Snopes people, I actually did check out what Snopes had to say
Fuck
about Roland the
Snopes is
Farter.
shit.
Snopes is a fat bitch at her kitchen fucking table. Fuck Snopes. But I did check Snopes to see what they said. And they're on board with Roland the Farter. He's real. He got all this shit. And once a year at the Christmas party, he had to jump, whistle, and fart. Like, that's all he had to do.
There's no way.
So I was like, well, I should have way more research than this because this is not enough time, you know, or whatever. So then I just like looked up other notable farts. The current Guinness Book record holder for the longest fart is held by Bernard Clemens of London. He supposedly, and I say supposedly loosely because apparently if he won the record, he had to prove that he did it. So I guess there was somebody there.
There would have been a Guinness guy there.
Yeah, there was a Guinness guy there or whatever.
Smelling.
But so he farted continuously.
Wait, imagine being that guy.
Yeah, I know
The
that would be
Guinness
the worst.
guy.
Y'all would have to give me a bonus right there. But
How long?
so he farted continuously for 2 minutes and 42 seconds.
Which had to be verified
Straight ass farting.
by Guinness
2
guy.
minutes and 42
Now,
seconds.
How many times did he start over and the guy had to go, oh, wait,
See,
let's go.
I don't know about any of that. I didn't deep dive. But so that made me think. I was like, holy shit, the only other notable farts that I've ever heard of. Kelly, have you heard the story of Andre the Giant on the set of The Princess Bride?
No.
So, and I didn't do enough. I should have done more research to figure out what scene it was, but I don't know what scene it was. But during filming of The Princess Bride, Andre the Giant just like let out a 16-second fart. Completely shut down fucking production because everybody's just like, what the fuck? So that's how long 16 seconds is. Rob Reiner actually goes, are you okay, Andre? And then Andre replied, I am now, boss. But his was only 16 seconds. The world record is 2 minutes and 42 seconds.
But think of the
I can't
hold
even
on.
imagine
Think of
how
the
long
volume.
a fart that is.
Think of the volume you would have to fill Andre the Giant with enough gas to fart for that long. His hand
That's right.
was
There
as
might be
big
some.
as
So
like
a 16-second fart for Andre the Giant
It's
could
like
be a
5 minutes.
fart.
Yeah, that's
for
enough
like
job.
regular
5
fart.
minutes. Yes.
I don't know what the conversion factor for that.
We need whoever introduced Stanley Nichols to get in here and figure out
Yeah.
this or whatever.
I did some secondary research, and the reason Roland the Farter got all his fancy shit is not just that he could do those things. He had a whole dance, and at the very end of this special dance, he jumped, whistled, and farted. Oh no, all at the same time, so he could do it on command.
So it was
He
just
didn't
that
just
one thing
fart,
because it
but
was a
all
jump, a
doing it-
whistle, and a fart.
But
He
all
had
at the
to
same
do.
time, and then do it on command. You know how hard it is to fart on command, and then he could jump and fart and whistle
But
on
that
command.
one thing
That's
is
pretty
all
good.
he had to do, and they gave him a mansion and 30
But
acres
he also
of land.
danced. He did a dance. Maybe that was a badass.
But that wasn't
Maybe
in
it
his
was the
contract.
Thriller dance. Maybe it was like a
His contract
Thriller.
was one jump, one whistle, one fart at the Christmas court. That's it. That's all he had to do. Fucking wild. I can fart. I can jump. I can whistle sometimes. There's my fucking mansion. Shit don't make no sense. God
I love
damn,
it.
why didn't we live back then? Dude, my talents are wasted on this fucking shit already. Alright. That's all I've got though for the farting, unless y'all got anything to add for the farts.
I have nothing to add on farting, but that was amazing.
Who wants to go next?
It doesn't matter.
That's awful, I know. Who has research?
I've got research.
Kelly, go then.
All
You're
right. So I am doing the Kerala snakebite murder, which happened on May 7th, 2020 in Kerala, India. So on the morning of May 7th, 2020, 25-year-old Uthra was found unconscious in the bedroom of her parents' house that she shared with her husband, Suraj S. Kumar. A large Indian cobra, which was about 150 centimeters or about 5 feet, was also found in the bedroom.
We use freedom units here.
I
I'm just kidding. Actually,
said about 5 feet.
I prefer meters and centimeters because it's way easier to divide. I just don't know how long 5 meters is, so it doesn't help. I'm just
It's
very.
about 5 feet.
Oh, 3 meters. Sorry.
Uthra died that same day, and doctors determined that she had been bitten by the snake sometime during the night and died from the venom. So these circumstances on their own are not that odd. According to the World Health Organization, India averages about 58,000 snakebite deaths per year.
God damn.
By comparison, in the US, there's about 5. So 5 compared with 58,000. So this is not a weird thing to happen. The overall lifetime risk of being killed by a snakebite in India is about 1 in 250. And in some areas, it's as high as 1 in 100. That you're going to die from getting bit by a snake. That's fucking terrifying. So what makes this case odd? So the reason that the couple was staying with Uthra's parents' house was because she was already bedridden because she had been bitten by a snake 2 months earlier. On March 2nd, 2020, Uthra had been bitten by a Russell's viper. She was bedridden and had to undergo plastic surgery to repair the damage. So this is twice in 2 months that this chick has been bitten.
This same bitch, what was she doing?
Well, I'm about to
She's like
tell
at
you.
the house- she's at the house like that. She's at like square one. All the snakes are coming from her house, probably. I don't know though.
Yeah.
That's a wild guess. I watched Arachnophobia earlier today. and
We watched
it was just as fun as I remembered. I loved Arachnophobia.
Arachnophobia is fun. But I'm about to tell y'all about what happened to Uthra. So Uthra's parents were immediately suspicious. They're like, nobody is this fucking unlucky, right? So also, Suraj was constantly hitting them up for money. They had provided a dowry because that's common in India, even though it's illegal in India. People still do it.
Oh, I didn't know it was illegal. I thought that was just like the jam of what they did. I thought like
Yeah, apparently it's been
Ow.
illegal since like the 60s, but people still do it. Like it's still common practice. So when the couple got married, Ether's parents provided 100 sovereign gold coins, which are worth about $400 each, and a car. And then over the next 2 years that they were married, they continued to provide money, and they paid like the tuition for Suraj's sister to go to college and all of this bullshit. And so in their minds, they're like, it's not unreasonable to think that he might have murdered her for the dowry and the life insurance and all of that shit. So they're like, they called the cops and they're like, y'all need to maybe look at this, a little bit. So, noted snakebite expert Vava Suresh, he took an interest in the case and he visited both homes because the first snake bite happened at the couple's house that they shared together. The second bite happened at the parents' house. So he visited both. The snake expert said that there was no fucking way. And he later testified that because Russell's vipers do not climb, the snake wouldn't have gone upstairs to bite her because she was bitten on the second floor. And then at Uther's parents' house, the cobra would have had to have entered through the window, which was 150 centimeters high. Cobras can only lift themselves up to about 1/3 of their total length, so the window wouldn't have even been in reach for him to get in. Also, Uther was bitten twice by the cobra, which would be out of character as cobras generally do not strike without provocation. So apparently cobras, when they strike, they will strike once, deliver all of their venom, and then they're done, and then you die. But she was bitten twice. So the police brought Suraj in for questioning, and he was interrogated for 5 days. The police searched his phone, and they located a man who would later testify to selling both snakes to Suraj Kumar. The police also found that Suraj had researched cobras and vipers in the days leading up to both attacks. So at this point, autopsies are performed on both Uthra and the cobra. The cobra's stomach was empty, and since their digestion is slow, this indicated that the snake had not eaten for several days and was likely held captive up until he bit her.
Hold on, I have a fucking question that I feel like is dumb, but I feel like
Okay.
I'm not the only one asking this question. The snakes not have like DNA. Does like their venom? Can you attach one like venom?
You know how much money that would
This
cost?
venom absolutely blows.
There is DNA
head,
testing
not
in this
around.
case. There
Do
is
what?
DNA testing in this case, so I'm about to
Okay,
get there.
cool beans.
I told you, y'all are gonna like this one. It's forensically neat. So the snake hadn't eaten for several days. They're like, the snake has likely been held captive. Police were able to match the DNA of the snake to a container found at the couple's house. And then in examining Uthra, a sleeping pill called cetirizine was found in her system. This would explain why she wouldn't wake up when bitten, because apparently that shit hurts like fuck. And she never woke up and yelled or anything. They also examined the puncture wounds and found them to be inconsistent with information found in the snakebite database maintained by the National Center for Biotechnology. So, punctures caused by a 6-foot cobra would normally be about 2 centimeters apart.
I was gonna say that's a lot of shit. Yeah.
In this case, they had a 5-foot cobra that had produced puncture wounds 2.5 and 2.8 centimeters apart. So then scientists did an experiment where a 5-foot cobra was allowed to bite an object, and then the same cobra was held by the head and forced to bite. And they found that the snake was only able to produce puncture marks beyond 2 centimeters when it was held by the head and forced to bite. And this was because the pressure on the skull forced the jaws to expand and create a wider bite mark,
Like I pulled it
which
back.
means that he held it by the head
Yeah.
and forced it to
Oh
bite.
my
him.
Like they were
God,
milking it for
fucking-
venom.
That's psycho
Yeah.
shit right
That is-
there.
yeah. They
Yeah.
kidnapped a snake that's fucking venomous.
And made it
To, like,
murder
what-
his wife
Right? Like what the
for
hell?
a free cow or whatever. Like,
So they videotaped that experiment,
So
and it
weird.
was later played in court. Confronted with all the evidence, Suraj confessed. He said that he had bought the cobra and starved it for 11 days to ensure that it would bite. He had doped his wife's orange juice that night so she wouldn't wake up during it. And they arrested him for murder, attempted permanent injury, and destruction of evidence. So there's more. Over the next 2 months, Suraj's parents and sister were both arrested in connection with the murder. So Yuthra's bank locker had been cleaned out after the first snake bite, and they found that Suraj's father had buried Yuthra's jewelry, and the family had either hidden or spent the rest of her money. They never recovered most of her money. They charged the family with conspiracy, domestic violence, and destruction of evidence. So Suraj Kumar was eventually sentenced to 2 life sentences plus 17 years. But her family is currently appealing that and trying to get him sentenced to death. They're like, this motherfucker needs to die because that is some evil ass bullshit.
that's some fucked up shit. Like,
Because apparently it is like extremely fucking painful and just like a horrible fucking way to die. And he did it to her
but
twice.
he drugged her so she didn't feel it, though, right?
I don't know that she didn't. Well, she didn't wake up.
She
But-
didn't wake up, she
But
didn't-
the first snake bite, she ended up
Yeah.
having to have like all kinds of surgeries and be bedridden and all kinds
yeah,
of
I
bullshit.
mean, all
He
of
did
that
that
is
to her
awful,
too.
but, you know.
Yes. So this case is actually not the only murder of this type. It's part of what the Indian Supreme Court refers to as a disturbing trend in snakebite homicide. But this case has now been included in criminology books due to the interesting forensic techniques utilized in solving the case. So that is actually all I have.
That is fucking wild. So if I had me a snake, you know, head or whatever, guy next door has a snake named Ralph. Lady across the street dies from a snake bite. They could DNA that shit and tell if it was Ted or if it was Ralph or whatever.
Maybe.
They could, but like, why? They could, but why would they?
I mean, well,
But they
because
could, though.
I would-
That's
if I
neat that
was
it's-
a family member, I would want to know who the fuck to sue. So who's
Yeah,
the fucking
well,
snake?
here they would do a lot to try to figure out why somebody got bit by a snake. Like in India, they weren't going to do anything until
Because
somebody said something because it
I
happens
just
all the
feel
fucking
like
time.
India is just full of snakes all the time, whatever. Which I guess is why they chose that route, right? Because
Yeah. Like here, it'd be dumb as shit to do it that, that way. Like it'd be traceable as fuck if you had a cobra, you know?
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
but over
wow.
there, yeah.
Fucking wild as hell.
So, and it also makes you wonder how many motherfuckers get away with it. Like, if she had been bitten twice that close together, he would have totally got away with it. If she had died with that first bite,
Thing weird about it. They're just going.
if she had died with that first bite, nobody would have thought a thing. Yeah.
Oh, that's wild. Right?
Oh, I'm next. You have to.
You're up, son.
Everybody
You are up.
falls in between.
All right, it looks like we're doing a pause. That's fine.
This is a tiny
All
call.
right. I have to pee anyway. So, all
Good. Go pee. Go pee.
right, I'll be right back.
Ugh. God, this shit is fucking horrible. Like, I want to send them a strongly worded fucking letter about how bad this shit is. What are you looking for?
My pipe. What the fuck? I just had it a few minutes ago.
I know. I remember you smoking it. So
The fucking floor, no? Because that doesn't make any sense.
then a crack next to you.
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's that? Is you just throw my floor?
Not not a pipe. What you think about that? Huh? Oh, what you think about that? Where the fuck is it? Just This is confusing.
We'll be right back. Y'all remember that? I didn't even have to paint a visual or anything. You just knew what I was talking.
I knew exactly because we're both old as fuck. In our 40s. Well, all three of us. Well, no,
Fine.
you're not yet.
I got a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Weeks. And I'm official. It's officially official. Yeah,
Officially in your 40s.
it's fucking gross. It's also fucking weird because like I remember when I was younger, like I just assumed that 40-year-olds were like old as fuck.
We are.
I refuse to accept that. I'm not old as fuck.
I have accepted that fully. Like, I am so excited about being old. Like, I want to be, like, retired, yelling at people. Get the fuck
No,
off my
you've
lawn.
got 25 more years before that's acceptable. Like,
No, I want
we're
it
in
right
this
now.
weird limbo part to where no young people will listen to us or be our friends. And no old people give a fuck about what we say. And if you try to say old people shit, we just look fucking dumb and we get made fun of on both sides. This is literally the worst years of our life.
So I was wearing an onion on my
I'm
belt.
having the best fucking time
I know.
because I literally do not give a shit.
Like, I don't give a shit either, but like, it's not okay for us to not give a shit yet. Like we jumped the gun, I feel like.
Really?
Like, when you turn,
Where's the rule book for this? Like,
I don't know, they should have given us one. There's one somewhere.
Oh, there's definitely a rule book. We just don't have the rules, and they won't give us the rules because they think we're not cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's horse shit.
Yeah.
It's horse shit.
The way it works. I don't know.
Who is that? So, fun fact for you, Kelly. We cleaned up 2/3 of the living room today. You can like walk here, you can see the door that goes out,
that's awesome.
right? I'm excited about it. So Taylor apparently is allergic to Dexter all of a sudden. We have to take him. Brian's going to pick him up on Sunday. Where the fuck are we going to put another fucking rabbit?
I have no idea. But we can't take him because Mango would sure as shit eat him.
No, I know.
Mango hates rabbits.
I just, like, we're going to have to baby gate half of the living room. Because we can't put him in a cage, which I wouldn't want to do anyway. But he's always just been a free run rabbit.
Yeah.
But we have our 2 rabbits who are 3 times as big as him, who are also free run rabbits, and will fucking murder him the very first day he comes here. Like, so now we gotta figure out what the fuck to do with a 3rd fucking rabbit.
But, I mean, Taylor's grown. Like, she can't just pawn her animals off on you. She needs to find a
She
home for her
can't.
own animal.
But if she takes him to a shelter, they're not going to take care of him. You know what I mean? Because he's a fucking asshole. He bites. I don't know if you remember that, but he bites.
He's a grumpy old man.
And we used to say that all the time because nobody could ever tell us how old he was. Because remember when we got him, supposedly he was a baby.
He was not.
But when we took him to the vet, they were like, no, this motherfucker like 4 years old. And we're like, but then when Alyssa came and looked at his teeth, she was like, no, he's a baby. And then we took him to get shots. They're like, no, this is an old fucking man. And we're like,
and see,
how old is this rabbit?
From my experience, and I don't have zero experience, I worked at a pet shop for quite a few years. I think he looked not old and not young. He was already mid 30s, basically, when we got him. He was probably like 2.5, 3 years old. But now it's been 3 or 4 years. He's getting to where they can't jump as well. They can have trouble eating stuff, like where I don't want to just give them to someone and they don't give a shit. I can't do that.
Well, how long do rabbits even live?
That's what I was saying, like 7 to 8 years, sometimes 10, depending on the breed. A couple of the breeds can live up to like 12, but I've seen the ones that are that old, and I don't mean this in a mean way, but like they look like they can barely move, and they're not, you know what I mean? Like they look like they're not enjoying their life. It looks like the owner can't let them
There
go.
is no option though. We can't send him to a shelter.
No.
Unless we have a close friend that's willing to take him.
That'd
But if
be
they
the only
have
way.
cats or dogs, that's
He has
an
to be an
absolute
only
no-go.
He needs to be an only animal that has free roam, and he will come and hang out, and
But he's
he'll let
bitey
you,
as fuck.
he'll let you pet him for a minute, but
He's
then
a bitey
when
bitch.
he gets annoyed, you're gonna get a nibble, and then he's probably gonna run away and expect a treat after that. He's very weird. He's like Gene Simmons from Kiss, like he's gonna punch you and then try to kiss you. He's just weird, you know. It's just he's just weird as hell, but he's cute and he's a rabbit. I guess it's my turn now.
It's all Ryan's turn.
I guess I'll start with the pachyderm. Yeah.
Drink.
All right. So, what?
I burped. It's
Oh,
time to drink if they're playing the drunk theory drinking game.
Oh, I forgot that's a thing.
Oh yeah.
What's my thing when I disappear?
Also, we could sell that burp for charity.
Oh yeah, that's right. We thought about that, but everybody voted no on that.
Yeah. That's...
Well, the actual winning vote was we don't know y'all.
That's even better.
Ryan's thing, yours is if you pass out before everybody else is done with it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm getting old. It's hard to stay up. All right. So I'm doing a two-parter. I'm doing animal memory. Any type of weird animal memory. So my first one is elephants. And I'm going to talk about a very recent story. I was actually going to do a different one, but this has happened so many times. I'm just going to do the most recent one. So from the most recent information, go ahead.
This is my favorite. Like, this might be my favorite news story of my whole entire life.
It's fucking good.
Ever. Because, like, elephant, I am with you. Like, me and this elephant have the same mindset. I am down.
Like, I'm about to fuck with you forever.
Hell yes. Like, elephant, I'm your BFF now. I'm your biggest fan. All right, go ahead. What you got?
All right. We're in Odisha, India. And like I said, the most recent reports of what happened, they believe the woman was part of a poaching ring.
Yes, I had read that too.
And the most compelling story, what someone said why this would happen. Normally, elephants, they mourn, they get mad, but for this insanity to happen, they think that the poached elephant was its dog, like its child.
Hold on. Yeah, so hold on. I think I can do better.
Crazy when it's
I think I can say better than this for you.
What you got?
Supposedly this woman was not. I guess it's not technically a poacher. But she would lure the baby elephant.
Oh, that's the poacher. That's part of them.
The poachers are the ones who kill the elephants. But this lady was luring the baby elephants away from the parents. So that freaks the elephants out, right? So then they're not following any of their normal shit to where they know how to hide from the poachers. Like they're freaked out because their baby's gone. So they're not they're out in the open. They're not following any of the rules to stay safe because now they're looking for their babies. This woman kidnapped babies to disorient the elephants to make them clearer targets for the poachers.
That's the worst thing I've ever heard.
And she gets
that's like
every bit of what she fucking deserves. Like,
that's horrible.
it is. It's fucking horrible.
All right, so this I'm guess same herd of elephants with this one main elephant that this happened to, I'm guessing, saw her collecting water, and they just started all running towards her, every one of them. She tried to run, they trampled the fuck out of her, like immediately to the doctor and to the hospital, and she's dead. The same night, her family brought her home for funeral preparations. They were going to do everything that same evening and have it ready for the next day. And as, that night, and as the ceremony happens later that night, like part of the elephants from the herd come out of the fucking forest, go to her house. They damage 3 other houses, but do not destroy them, and completely just pick her up off, like fling her around, destroy her house, or just
they destroyed the bitch's fucking house.
They were hurting themselves.
like,
they were hurting themselves to get this shit down,
yes,
because they wanted her dead and to verify that they could see she was dead.
And
that's
they
how
were
crazy
fucking
they got.
right. I am on these elephants' side all fucking day long. That's
and I'm looking at pictures of it.
Bitch.
They destroyed it. It looks like a wrecking ball went at this house.
Dude.
It's bad. Yeah.
So this is fascinating. So like, were they just following the body like all day? Like
probably they had a watcher, I bet, and could probably smell and knew what she looked like.
We think of animals as being fucking dumb or whatever, but there are a lot of animals that are fucking smart as shit. Like me and Ryan were talking about crows earlier. Crows are fucking smart. I feel like elephants are fucking smart. I think they knew, probably even before this last one, and I think this last one was just the last fucking straw. And it was like, nah, fuck this. Like, they rose up and they were like, you know what? We're about to fuck this bitch up. Like,
you know that's true, because they did like predators would do. They watched her come from her house into the forest, didn't fuck with her yet, waited till she was collecting water and wasn't paying attention. That's what fucking predators do, is wait as soon as they get water and then attack them while they're at the water thing, not suspecting to get. That's where gazelles and shit are all attacked. At the water fucking place.
That's wild as hell to me. I wish there was a way.
But that means they know where she. If they went back to her house, they watched her come from her house and waited for her to be not paying attention to murder her.
For her, went to her house, destroyed her fucking house, went to her fucking funeral, destroyed. I wish there was a way, and I'm sure there is, but it would probably cost millions of trillions of dollars. But I think it's worth it. I will put my tax dollars for this, for scientists to study like the elephant brain. I feel like this makes those, and even if you look back, like where elephants just eventually go nuts, right? They go so long and they're not nuts. And then all of a sudden they're like, I'm fucking nuts now. And I think we need more study of elephant mentality or whatever the hell you want to call it. But this is my favorite shit to ever come out of the animal kingdom or whatever you want to call it. This is fucking amazing. More animals need to be fucking vigilantes, stand up for, you know what I mean? Oh my God, this is fucking great. That's what she fucking gets. I wish that they would also target her family. I wish that like tomorrow there would be an article to where those same elephants.
Hey, maybe we shouldn't go that far, because that's kind of like saying because Kelly was bad, they should murder us. I don't think that's true.
If Kelly's bad, we're bad.
But I was gonna say, like, about the scientific study. The interesting thing about that, though, is that if scientists are studying it, then poachers aren't gonna be hitting it. They can't get away with it. That shit's illegal, and the scientists would have to, like, they couldn't arrange an experiment where people are doing illegal shit and murdering animals, and like, there's no way to do this.
This story on its own, though, I think raises the fucking thing that scientists need to be looking at this. How much do elephants fucking?
But how do you look at it though? Like, there's no way to stage it, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like there needs to be, because I think they're smarter than we're giving them credit for. You know what I mean? Like, we're just looking at them as dumb fucking animals. But look at.
No, I totally get it, but it's like, I know that like scientists looking at elephants aren't seeing this because people aren't poaching elephants right in front of scientists. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think there needs to be something, because there's something going on up in here that we don't realize is going. And how many other animals have that same shit? You know what I mean? Like, I think shit is smarter than we think shit is.
Or whatever. Shit is smart.
Shit is smart.
I love it.
No, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Is that the title of this episode?
Actually,
shit is smart.
I was actually thinking we should get a couple of people we know, just some fun people, and have a whole episode just where everybody discusses what we all think about higher powers and the nature of the universe. Like, what do you think the point of the universe is? Do you think there was ever not a universe and then we were, or was we, were we always, like, is infinity both directions, or are we just forever infinity? Was there a point where there was nothing?
Not get sidetracked,
like all that type of shit.
I think there was never a point.
Well, no, we're gonna
Something
talk about it
happened.
later.
Okay,
No,
we're gonna talk about
but
it
do you
later.
would you like to do an episode like that?
Totally.
You too?
Yeah.
Kelly? Sorry, you too? My bad.
Yeah, you can't
Would
sit
you like to
around.
do would you like to do an
Oh, I'm
episode
not
like that
doing it.
also, about what we all think about
Oh.
the nature of the universe and higher powers? Not specifically religion,
Right.
but what you
I
think
feel like,
about.
I mean, I'll do it, but I feel like I'm gonna be like the biggest downer ever in that
You
episode.
will.
Well,
You'll
you
get
have to know
shit
that.
on the whole time.
I'm gonna get shit on the whole time, but if
Well, it's gonna
everybody
be
wants to
fun.
shit on Kelly, then I guess we can do that.
Oh, did you wait till everybody hears about mine? It's gonna be fun as hell. It's gonna be weird as shit.
All right, well,
I'm gonna get
finish
lots of
yours
shit
with
about
the
it, so yeah.
elephant there.
But okay,
Yeah,
no,
because
that
we
was-
gotta
that
do
was-
another show
that was
like in
Jake Locke messed it
26
up.
minutes.
They didn't kill anybody else's thing, and we don't have long. I will do my second one. I won't do it as long, but we were talking about crows and corvids earlier,
Crows
and
are
birds
my
in
favorite.
general. Lots of birds,
Love it.
especially parrot species, macaw, shit like that. Ones that are forest related can mimic so many crazy sounds, and multiple parrots, they believe, especially I want to say it's gray African parrots, they can not just use words but can use them in a sentence that's different from one they've heard and make sense in context. Like, they can make their own sentence instead of just repeating phrases, and it makes sense.
Mhm.
Being able to use language, like you were talking about how smart things are, and it's a tiny little bird. Like, how
Have y'all-
smart could a elephant be? Now, it's not just brain size, but it's amount of folds in their brain. But elephants have some pretty awesome brains for what they have. How smart could they fucking be?
But
Really?
as far as that goes, does that have to be smart, or does that have to be hard? Like,
Huh?
if I see you constantly causing my people to get fucking murdered, you know, I could be the dumbest bitch alive, but still in my heart, I know you're the fucking worst.
It's still in your brain.
I feel like they're really smart and know if they come at us.
It's all in your brain. None of that is actually in your heart.
Well, I know.
Yeah.
Okay, Downer. Davy Downer over here.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to
Oh, I
fuck
thought
shit
we-
I
up.
was trying to get us a whole Instagram, whole fucking make a sweater out of pumpkin spice shit.
Hashtag use up all of Ryan's time.
No, I'm sorry. You go ahead. You go
Okay,
ahead.
we're talking about
I'm
birds
sorry.
now.
Talking about birds.
But
Did I ruin it that much?
no. I was trying to decide
shit.
exactly what to say because of there was a whole big thing about crows versus other names, but it's specifically crows. a biologist at the wildlife biologist, at the University of Washington is doing an experiment to see if crows could remember assholes, basically. Bad things done to them with a mask on, so they were wearing a Dick Cheney mask as neutral. A caveman face for a dangerous person, and then a third one. It doesn't say what the third one is, or I guess just their face for the normal one. And they would be either mean, nothing, or nice to them and see what happened.
They really put a Dick Cheney mask on them? Or are you
No, the person that did it to them, like trap them, they would trap them, not hurt them, and then release them. That's like.
But she's asking you about the mask. Was they really wearing Dick Cheney mask?
Yeah, they're wearing this mask to see if because they had to be exactly it had to be exactly the same. It had to be mass produced so they could multiple people could wear the same mask and they had to be able to recognize it. So yeah, they're wearing these ridiculous vice president masks. They trapped him, let him go, and they would return to that area, walk around with a different mask on, same clothes, same smell, but just a different mask, and nothing would happen. But if they were wearing the dangerous face mask, Dick Cheney, the birds would just start dive bombing and attacking the hell out of them. Not just the one, but everyone that's in their whole fucking little group. So the neutral face ignored. Now, what their body type was and everything didn't fucking matter. It's facial features is what they go for. Because like crows, like how you going to describe two different crows? Oh, that one was bigger. Well, that doesn't mean anything. What does his face look like? His beak, I guess. So they're looking at our faces super fucking specific. And at one point, they came back and I see it's not in this specific thing. I had an article about it, but I can't remember how long it is later. But I want to say it's like a year, maybe 2 years later. So there's at least 2 generations of crows since then. And they remembered the fucking face and started attacking it. Now, the original one that saw it is not there. So these crows have a language developed enough to describe a human face better than I can, because I'm not a fucking police sketch artist. I couldn't do it. So how I couldn't describe, like I could describe Kara's face. She's my wife. I love her. But to like my random, kid 5 years from now that this person is a dick, attack them. I don't think I could you know what I mean? That's hard as fuck to do. How the hell do they do that? So, what? Like their working, not working memory, that's your short-term memory, but their long-term facial memory must be insane. Like birds remembering, I guess squirrels remembering where they hid shit for the winter. Like all these little places where they hide fucking nuts. I guess it's like a temporary thing maybe. Because I want to say the squirrels, their amygdala gets bigger during winter season or leading up to winter season so they can remember all this shit. I'm wondering if maybe birds can get temporarily smarter.
What I would wonder about that is it that they remember Dick Cheney's face and Dick Cheney is an asshole? Or is there something about the structure of Dick Cheney's face that is intimidating to them? Like just as a whole.
Well, no, they're kind of like Dick Cheney, but probably should have been put out there.
They're actually
to see if they also.
They're actually they're being mean to the birds. What they're doing, the Dick Cheney face.
No, but what she's saying is, do they recognize his exact face, or is the similarity?
Yeah, it doesn't.
Because you said it's
a square ass nose.
Generations later. That's what I'm wondering about. Is there something about like the structure of his face? Round cheeks or weird eyes or whatever he has. Is there something about that makes the later generations just immediately on edge, and not that they remember that Dick Cheney was an asshole to.
But even so, it still stands that they told their children somehow that somebody who looks like this is a fucking asshole. Like So even if they didn't describe him to a T, even if they're like somebody with a square nose is an asshole.
Yeah, that's the thing, because I guess from the time all animals are born and they recognize predators, it's like things that look like this are bad and have to be taught that. Very interesting.
But I guess you would think. I mean, you would think that they would. It would just be okay. Humans are bad. Not humans in the line.
Well, you see, now that, and
Yeah.
thing that
It's a very weird
for
thing.
a long
which-
time, we whaled and killed like all kinds of animals. If I remember correctly, in the early 1900s, there was a pod of dolphins that helped whalers attack the orcas. They would use them for like all the shit they use for oil and rubber and shit, and they would let them have like the liver and like the part they really love to eat. They would help them hunt other fucking animals in the ocean because they knew they wouldn't kill them. How fucking weird is that?
Fucking wild.
Like, I mean,
Animals are
back in the
trippy.
caveman days, like we took wolves, I guess, apparently, and made them, domesticated them. They helped us hunt. But just imagine a wolf coming up next to you and being like, "Hey," and then nudges the other direction, and like you go the other direction, and there's just like a fucking something waiting to kill, like a deer or something waiting to die. That'd be crazy as shit. Like if something just started helping me hunt and recognized that I was hunting and knew what I looked like. All that shit is weird as hell.
It is. It's wild. And have y'all seen the videos of the crows fucking sledding down the roofs?
I don't watch bird videos, and I was about to get into that.
They're like
Birds are
snowboarding.
fucking terrifying.
snowboarding
and I
down
don't
a roof.
fucking
No,
No,
know
they
they
what
hang
fun.
down on the roof and they
Yeah.
will drag shit up to the top of the roof that they can then sit on to slide down.
Yeah.
And then they'll drag it back up. So they're
Is it like dead
Like-
things?
No,
like-
they're snowboarding.
like a
They're
piece of wood
yeah,
or
they're having
whatever.
fun. Yeah.
They're fucking chilling. They're fucking sledding. Like crows.
I just feel like birds are just horrible, awful,
Yeah.
nasty creatures, and I just hate them so much. Yes. Don't at me. Or do at me. I don't give a shit. Because
At Kelly for your goddamn
your bird
bird
feelings
hate.
or whatever. I don't give a
Some
shit.
people have bird
I bet
phobias.
we'll probably get stories from someone in Australia about magpies because apparently they just attack the shit out of people there.
Okay,
Like
so
there's a whole
Isn't a
season.
magpie the same as a crow, though?
let's
It's like Australian version of it, and they just have different colors. And apparently, the whole
about
season
this?
you have to wear certain hats or like a fake mask behind you because they'll attack you when you're riding a bike or leaving.
Oh, the fuck
steal
on
your
that
food.
all day
They
long.
literally they attack you for a whole 2 months out of the year.
No.
It's just magpie season.
This is just where I don't live.
Oh, also,
It's
hold on.
not
I just
gonna
wanted to throw this out there. I forgot.
Never go to
If-
Australia.
if-
There is
if-
too much
if
like horrible
crows-
shit
If
that
crows
wants to
find
attack
one,
you, and it's always on fire. And
if crows
also, if
find
you're in
one of-
Australia, don't at me.
Okay.
if crows find one of their people and they're dead, they have a funeral. They kind of hang around it and like elephants do. They have a whole little thing, and then we'll investigate how they died.
They're trying to figure it out. And
There's
if
a
they
crow
figure it out,
sheriff.
you better watch out,
Yeah, there's
son.
crow
Go
detectives.
pick out your eyes
Yeah,
Your face is in their database now.
for generations.
the Raven Face database, the RVDBB&B, the RVDBB&B. Oh shit!
His Raven Face database is that his name of this?
Oh,
who
we're-
do not watch The League, which I mean that show's been over for like 15 years, whatever. We're still in love with it. There is a thing. It's the EBDBB&B. It's the Eskimo Brothers.
Database,
It's Eskimo Brothers.
database, bed and breakfast. EBDBB&B.
So an Eskimo brother is if I fuck a dude and then I fuck another dude, those two dudes are now Eskimo brothers. So on the League, fucking Taco started an EBDBB and Eskimo Brothers bed and breakfast. Whatever.
If you haven't
So is
watched
it
it,
good
watch
to
the
be
league.
Eskimo Brothers or not good to be?
Do what?
Is it good to be Eskimo?
In the
Brothers
show, it's
or not?
good.
In the show, it's a good thing. I fucking love The League so much. It's like one of my favorite shows in the whole world. And The EBDBNB. I guess we need to end this because we've got family plot in 10 minutes.
Final thoughts. Birds are terrible.
No! Birds are amazing.
Elephants are amazing.
Birds are great. Elephants are amazing. I wish that there was more research into elephant thinking, elephant brain, and or whatever you want to call it. Also, people can fart a lot, so that's
And snake bite murder is a thing.
Yes, you can buy a cobra,
I
murder your wife with it,
but not here.
and
Because
then
you'd never get away with that shit.
Not
here.
here because you'll be the only one in your whole state with a cobra, so you won't get away with
Yeah,
it.
No,
you
it would
never
make
get away
no
with that shit here,
sense.
so don't even try it.
Get the venom of whatever snake and take 2 needles and put them exactly far apart as the snake bite would be,
Mhm.
and then put the plungers together where they're attached, and then just jab not you but whoever you're
I
trying
mean,
to
it still
kill.
wouldn't work for anybody in the United States though, because we don't have cobras.
Oh well, not cobras, no, just whatever. I meant whatever snake you were trying to do. That would make more sense than getting the actual animal.
So
Still,
how
only
many
5
snakes
people
can
a year
kill?
die of snake bites.
Like,
Like
5 maybe, and most of them aren't in the
5
United
people a
States.
year,
It's very few.
yeah. If you're in the United States, don't use snake.
You're more than
bite.
likely to get killed
Yeah,
by
You're
snake
hippopotamus.
bite is not gonna work.
You're not gonna get away with it.
Hippos kill more than pretty much like most other animals.
Oh my God, can I buy a hippo?
No, they will murder the shit out of you.
Will they, or will they murder the shit out of anybody
Anything.
who comes in my yard?
Any-
Because I just come out there and not
Anybody
bother 'em.
near them. Oh,
I don't need to go in
what
the
are they
yard.
gonna eat? Hundreds
What's
of
in
pounds
yard?
a day. Hundreds of pounds a day.
You know how many neighbors we
Do you know
have?
how many thousands of pounds that is?
Do you know how many neighbors we have? And they're all fat.
We need to end this. We've got 10 minutes before we gotta get connected.
I need to make new
Yeah.
moves.
So we have to have a real ending too. So yeah,
Okay,
don't wait.
so-
Hold on. Don't we have a shout out? You said or something?
Probably, but I can't bring it up on my thing because I don't remember where to get to it. We'll just
Insert
play.
promo here.
Can anybody think of a?
Who needs a promo?
Perfect.
Well, let's do a family plot promo because we're recording with them next.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
So
Right.
here's fucking family plot promo. Pause for promo. All of that, you know, is getting cut out. 'cause
Yeah,
that's
that's
not
the
how
point.
promos work. Okay.
I knew it was.
Gotcha.
You're drunker than I
I'm so drunk.
am. I know.
So, I guess that's it for animals.
That's it. Animals are fucking.
This is one of the most fun episodes I think we've
Yeah.
ever done.
Right. So we're going to end this. Kelly, we'll see you in about 10 minutes for family plot.
Absolutely.
And
Love
that's
y'all.
it. Thank y'all for listening. We love y'all. We've been sporadic. And I
Yeah.
love to say that. And then it always takes me back to Clueless. Remember when she talked?
Use it in a sentence. Yes.
She
today.
told that girl that word.
I was literally thinking about that shit today.
So,
Not
sorry
sporadically.
that we're seeing y'all sporadically right now. Eventually, we'll get our shit together.
I totally paused.
Well,
I fucking
either
love
way,
All right. That was Animals. This was Drunk Terry, and we love y'all. And we'll see y'all later.
love y'all.
animals. Y'all.
Bye. Let me stop recording.
Yeah.